Hey there guys, Rickman here, welcome back to Bleach chapter 674, Father 2. I wonder if this has something to do with multiple fathers. I'm sure it doesn't. Okay, so the chapter starts off with Orihime pretty much just running over to where Ichigo just got like whipped into the wall. And Yuha's just saying like, nah, we're done talking now. I just want everyone to keep that sentence in mind. Okay? Just imprint the pic. Actually, I'll put it up right here. Just remember it, okay? Yuha just pretty much goes on to say like, let me show you what I can do, Ichigo. Okay, so now that like the fight's like really going to like kick off. Like last chapter, Yuha was just kind of like talking to Ichigo and trying to like mess with him. But this time, Ichigo charges right at him. Yuha sends a shout at him, and Yuha starts saying like, charging in so recklessly and dragging that poor woman here with you. Did your hatred cloud your mind and make you forget? Don't be so impatient. You'll be devoured by me. Your death is inevitable. So let's not rush things and enjoy ourselves a bit. You have no idea how much time it took and how many these sets of circumstances had to line up just right to have you created. Stop making light of your oh so important life. Your body, your power, they were never yours alone to begin with, Ichigo. They returned to their rightful owner. So spew out every last bit of your power and then die, Ichigo. You guys remember that? Yeah. They're just done talking. You know, at the time. Not for the next 2 pages. But pretty much what I'm getting from like what Yuha says is just like, you know, being God does definitely have its perks, but also kind of makes fighting people kind of boring, and you're like the next strongest guy after me. So let's kind of enjoy this. Don't die too quickly. He's also saying like, it's kind of going back to like what Aizen said with like, how Ichigo like all of these things had to be set up just so you could be here. And Yuha just kind of said, like, you don't know how many things I had to set up in advance for you to even exist. So Ichigo pretty much, like, had no, like, control in the direction that his life took, pretty much. And he's, like, the next part, like, your body and your power and all that stuff, like, he's pretty much just saying, like, oh, all that power came from me. Like, just ignore your Shinigami and Hollow powers. It all came from me, right here. And so then we cut over to Rukia and Renji, just kind of like running away from the light rain. And I didn't think that would be like something that damaged them, because it happened with Lilia, where every time he'd get cut, his body part would just explode. And so then like the light rain would fall down on people, and like if it hit them, it'd probably kill them. But like with Gerard, I didn't think it'd be like that. I thought it was like something different. But now that there's like it could just be from his transformation. It could just be like an attack he has. But he just has like the ability to like spew out light right now. And so Gerard just kind of gets sick of it and just like goes to scoop him. But Byakuya just kind of like grabs him like right at the last second and tells him like, okay, you two, go to Ichigo. Oh, and they try to like say like, I'm sure that you can sense his Ryatsu. Byakuya says, I'm sure that you can sense his Ryatsu. That thing is on Yuha's level. But the confusing part about this is, he's looking up at like where Ichigo and Yuha are at. But it also kind of sounds like he's talking about Gerard. Which, if that's true, then Gerard's really powerful. And kind of something like, I thought like the perfect way to kill him. So, Soy Phone, you know, that captain that was with them a long time ago and just disappeared somewhere. Yeah, she could just use her whole 2-hit ability thing on him. Like, because he has the ability to, like, do his whole, like, come back from death pretty much. And the only way to block her ability is have, like, a way higher Ryatsu. So pretty much just what you guys need to do is just beat him up a lot and just have her, like, stinger to him twice. And then, I mean, he could survive it maybe. But that's like all I got. He's like, it's either going to be that, or Mayori's going to come join the fight and poison him and kill him. But that would kind of feel like, like, cheap, because all the other captain, like, Maori's already had his big old fight. He fought Pernida, whatever his name was. Then, like, then Shunshui got Lilei, Urahara got Askin, and so it'd be someone else's turn to, beat him, so that's just what I was thinking. Like, it'd be cool for Maori to come back and help, but I don't want him to be, like, the one that finished off Gerard, that's all I'm saying. But if he is talking about Ichigo and referring to him as that thing, all I'm thinking is, like, is his spiritual pressure, does, like, it feel different now? Like, because, like, now his, like, hollow power is kind of, like, more of the upfront, because it's hollow and Shinigami powers combined. And because all he pretty much had before was, like, kind of Quincy power, like, false Shinigami powers, pretty much. So does he feel more like a hollow now than he did before, because of, like, it's now, like, kind of more of one thing, like, he's now constantly exuding, like, the hollow power, kind of. Because that's what, like, one sort is, like, the Shinigami / hollow, and then the Quincy. And that's kind of, like, all I'm thinking, like, does he feel more like a hollow? So Gerard just, like, goes, like, grab him, but he blocks out Zenbo and Zakura, which I kind of, like, thought he wouldn't be able to do anymore. Or because Gerard just kind of, like, backhanded through it and knocked Byakuya. But Byakuya just kind of says, like, I'm not implying that he needs your help, which he totally does. I'm just saying, I don't need you guys. And they, like, say, like, yes, sir, we appreciate it. It will go now. And all I'm thinking is, like, Byakuya, you and Toshiro cannot handle this. I mean, I don't know if you've, like, been paying attention or anything, but Gerard's kind of been kicking your butt up until, like, each new power release. And unless you have, like, some new power with Zenbo and Zakura that you just haven't been showing off for whatever reason, you guys are screwed. Unless, like, all of, like, the Gotei 13 comes together for this, like, one huge final battle against Gerard. And Toshiro just kind of said, like, hey, I don't know if you did this, but at the that, like, said, like, to best of their, like, at the academy, I'm having the hardest time talking, at the academy, the Soul Reapers were taught to fight for our superiors or for our families. To the best of their abilities, all Shinigamis protect all their friends and humans with their very lives. He just kind of says, like, you and me, we kind of know Ichigo, like, we know his name, we know what he looks like, but those two, they're his very close friends, and that's why they should be at his side for this battle. And so we cut back to Uryu and Hashwolf, and you know how, like, it looked like Hashwolf was charging up, like, this huge attack, like his bow, which he shouldn't be able to do? And it looked like, okay, so he's, like, whipping out this new power, now we're actually, like, going to see the rest of the fight. No! Uryu's just kind of, like, down, pretty much dying. And Hashwolf just kind of said, like, a bunch of stuff to Lloyd, like, I'm the balance, but I'm not going to say I'm the balance yet. Even though it's painfully obvious. I don't understand, like, unless Kubo's just kind of, like, saying all this stuff to, like, fake it, like, he's just saying all this, and then, like, near the end of the arc, he's just gonna, like, throw a curveball at us and have him be like, oh, Hashwolf B, the beach, or something, he can control sand. Sand and water, I don't know why he just hasn't revealed it yet. And Hashwolf just kind of says, like, you don't really, like, who are you really, Uryu? And Uryu's just kind of like, who's the real Uryu Ishida, you ask? How could I possibly answer something as vague as that? And he pulls out, like, this it kind of looks like I have no idea. To be perfectly honest, I have no clue what that is. Because, like, it could kind of be like a weird type of bow, like, he could kind of go, like, hold it out like this, and, like, I don't know, but he's, like, not only does it, like, just not look like a weapon, but his perspectives are all weird, like, it kind of looks like, because it's shaped like an X, but the X kind of looks like it's going like this, but it also kind of looks like it could be going like this, and, like, behind him. So I really have no idea what it is. And he just kind of says, like, I won't really know the answer until I see all of you dead. And then we get the final scene of the page. We see like one of those like sun gate